Well, good morning, Kentuckiana. It is 6:01 here on your Tuesday morning. I'm Jim Stratman. Thanks for joining us here on WHAS 11. You're taking a look right now at the 2nd Street Bridge. Traffic moving along just fine right now, and we're not seeing any raindrops falling. But meteorologist Matt Breland, we have more rain on the way after a dose yesterday. It's just kind of one of those rinse and repeat, literally, kind of forecasts.
It is going to be a messy pattern, Jim, as we head throughout today, tomorrow, pretty much the rest of this week. We are in for a rainy trend. We're going to track rain showers arriving here very soon across Kentuckiana. You'll notice this patch of showers developing across southern Illinois, making their way into southern Indiana and knocking on our doors here across central Kentucky. So as we head throughout the rest of our morning, we are going to see showers starting to develop. As we said, still a dry start right now across downtown. This view from Jeffersonville of downtown brought to us by U of L Health and First Savings Bank. Temperatures still off to a cooler start. It's going to be a cold, rainy morning. 40 degrees in downtown, 41 near the airport. Upper 30s for folks there in southern Indiana, 54 for you guys near Hodgenville, and 52 near Campbellsville. We are expecting a very rainy pattern to arrive for our Wednesday. We're expecting showers that will be developing, focusing across southern Indiana, but likely into portions of Louisville throughout tomorrow morning as well. So we are entering quite the rainy trend. By 8 a.m., that's whenever I'm expecting those rain showers to arrive for most of us across Kentuckiana. Some heavy downpours possible with those showers. Entering the afternoon, cloudy skies. That cloudy trend continues into the afternoon and evening. Entering the night, spotty showers continue across southern Indiana, and we are in for some heavy downpours likely for tomorrow morning with some thunderstorm activity possible for tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at your bus stop forecast. Hopping on the bus soon, temperatures in the upper 40s. On the way back, temperatures in the mid 60s. So quite a warm up in the forecast for today. More weather details coming up soon. Here's Matthew with an update on traffic.
Yeah, taking a look out the door for you this morning. We're seeing a few crashes on our traffic tracker that are showing up for us. Some on the street level and along the Waterston for this morning. So this is along the off ramp of 65 from the Waterston for this morning that we're seeing that crash for you. Not really seeing a visual with this crash, but we are seeing two other crashes on the street level. One near Blue Lick Road and Atlas Road, and another one just near Fagan Bush Lane and at Old Fagan Bush Lane for this morning. So we just had another crash pop up as well. We'll give you that latest data within the next few minutes, but overall, give you a look outside. Not too bad for your morning commute. I-65 at Great Lane, looking pretty good for this morning.
Matthew, thank you very much. We begin today with breaking news this morning. A man is dead following a shooting in West Louisville. The LMPD says they responded to a shot spotter run around 1:20 this morning to the Westonia playground area. When they got to that playground, they say they found a man with a gunshot wound. He died on scene after EMS began trying to take life-saving measures. The LMPD's homicide unit is investigating, and if you have any information about that shooting, you're asked to call the anonymous tip line. We turn now to our coverage of the Middle East, where President Donald Trump says he's vowing overnight to retaliate after the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia was hit by an Iranian drone. A fire also broke out at the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait, which is closed until further notice. The State Department now urging all Americans to leave the Middle East due to the serious security risks. As of this morning, the U.S. has carried out nearly 2,000 strikes across Iran at least 50 different locations. Central Command releasing new video overnight showing U.S. strikes on Iranian ballistic missile launchers. The president not ruling out ground troops in Iran, adding that the U.S. is prepared for a prolonged conflict.
Whatever the time is, it's okay, whatever it takes. Right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that.
Iran is now vowing to attack any ship that passes through the Strait of Hormuz. And for reference, 20% of the world's oil supply passes through that channel and could impact gas prices down the road, maybe even sooner than you'd expect. Well, this morning, we know that Kentuckians are in the Middle East assisting the operation against Iran. This is according to a former garrison commander out at Fort Knox. Retired Army Colonel Lance O'Brien says that while we don't know exactly how many Bluegrass soldiers are involved, there is the possibility for more. The colonel said specifically that Fort Knox soldiers are involved in a community, and the community is rallying around and supporting those soldiers. The Iranian government is trying to decide right now who will lead the country after the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Colonel O'Brien says that he hopes the Iranian people can come together to build an institution and governance that fits for them.
There are missions and organizations on Fort Knox that have soldiers and Department of the Army civilians that are deployed to the Central Command area of responsibility, which covers Iran and that region of the world.
Colonel O'Brien says that soldiers and Army professionals are deployed for direct and indirect support of operations in the Middle East. Kentucky Representative Morgan McGarvey says that Congress will get answers later today with a classified briefing from the White House. Lawmakers are playing catch-up with the president as the attacks in Iran continue. McGarvey wants to know what the path forward will look like.
Well, we're going to get a lot of answers about why these decisions were made, why they were made right now. But no president has the ability to go to war without Congress. That power is with Congress, and it's there intentionally.
Kentucky Republicans in Congress were unavailable for interviews yesterday, but we were able to speak with the GOP strategist here in Louisville, Jake Cox. He says that most people in the party support the Trump administration's decision to strike Iran.
But ultimately, the president's earned a lot of goodwill because he's exercised the strength, the resiliency, and the temperament of someone who wants to go in, get the job done, and get out.
Two notable Republicans here from Kentucky, though, Senator Rand Paul and Republican Congressman Thomas Massie, say that they oppose the attack, especially without the okay from Congress. Massie has promised to work with Democrat Ro Khanna to force a vote on a resolution that would prevent further military action in Iran without congressional approval. McGarvey hopes that lawmakers will have a resolution like this on the House floor later on this week. Here at home, some Iranians who have settled here in Louisville tell us that they are inspired with hope for a brighter future after the death of the supreme leader. WHAS11 spoke to two women who fled their home country. Nilofar Sasafari is waving an Iranian flag in her living room just hours after the bombs fell on Iran. She and local business owner Roby Archin are each moved from Iran to Louisville less than 20 years ago. They say staying in Iran under that oppressive regime was just simply not an option.
My mom, my sister, my nephew, my cousin, all of my family, they are over there. Hopefully they are safe, but freedom is be back for Iran.
While the two's immediate future is unknown, Archin and Nilofar say that for the first time in decades, there is hope. The women are among a group that wants to see the oldest son of the last Shah of Iran as a future leader of the country.
Disclose, divest. We will not stop. We will not rest.
The University of Louisville students chanting against the strikes in Iran yesterday. Protesters sat outside of U of L's Nucleus building on Market Street, demanding the university stop their new research partnership with the Department of War. They also want to see the school divest from military action in the Middle East.
This latest partnership at this building here, where they're hosting a suite, where they advance essentially military technologies, is taking away some of the funding that could be used for the programs that we as students, faculty, and teachers really need and take advantage of.
University of Louisville sent out a statement responding to the protest, saying in part, quote, "The University of Louisville supports our students and encourages them to share their views on important issues. Free expression of diverse thought and opinion is essential to the promotion of critical thinking and inquiry." Well, right now we are seeing gas prices rise across Kentuckiana following those U.S. attacks in Iran. You're taking a live look right now from our Hayden Sorgenfry out at a Circle K in Jeffersonville, I believe. $2.89 a gallon, the price right now at that gas station. That's for members. If you're not a member, that price jumps up to $2.99 a gallon, closer to what we're seeing in other areas, just about $3 a gallon at most stations in southern Indiana. Now, according to AAA, yesterday's average sat at $2.63, which was a rise from last week's $2.58 average. We were going to be hitting some of the pumps around town to show you how much it'll cost for you to fill up later on today. And WHAS11 News is going to be following the joint attacks in Iran and posting all the new developments on our WHAS11 app and on our website. You can get those updates for free by downloading the app onto your smartphone, or you can download our streaming channel onto your smart TVs, where we'll have more coverage throughout the day. Matt, another big story that we're watching all week long, the rain and a lot of it coming.
It is going to be a messy pattern as we head throughout these next upcoming hours. We've got a rainy morning in store for us across Kentuckiana and more rain in the forecast for the week. Those details coming up in a few short minutes.